So yeah, so thank you for your time.
Thank you for having us.
No, like I said, I love the single and everything. So like, we'll just go back to the beginning then. How did you guys get together, and was there a kind of ambition that you all wanted with the band?
Take it away, Gilbert.
Oh, I think we both sort of found ourselves, Josie and I, we found ourselves in a similar position at the same time. Really, we were trying to plow ahead with our bands without any members, and just it was quite. I thought it was fate, but we were both sort of missing the alternative. I needed a bass player, drummer. She needed a singer, guitarist. So yeah, it just felt like right. We'd gig together often beforehand, and we knew each other, and it was just kind of like, you know, we both had that drive and we wanted to do it, and we just thought, why not just team up and, you know, the best of both worlds. It just felt like quite right, actually. I
mean, like you said, we were
quite lucky. Sorry.
No, so I was just going to say, you crossed paths over the years in your various bands. Have you kept in touch, or was it just a kind of like?
Well, actually, I think the first message you ever sent me, Jill, was, "Hey, Juice, how's it going?" And this was just after we'd put up an advert online looking for a new singer. So I thought, as soon as I got this message from Jill out of the blue, like we knew each other, we'd seen each other around the traps, we'd hung out at gigs, we'd had a drink and stuff at gigs and stuff, but it's not like we were kind of best buddies or, you know, talking to each other regularly. So I mean, I knew as soon as Jill sent me this first message just after we started advertising for a singer, I was like, why on earth is Jill from the Amorettes messaging us? What's going on here? And I think I replied being like, hey, what's going on, kind of thing. And then it was kind of like waiting for her to get back to me. But like all the while in my head was like, what's going on? And I was, you know, secretly hoping that she was going to say something about, you know, I saw you looking for a singer. I didn't think she'd be saying to me, oh, well, I'm actually looking for a drummer too. So turns out she was looking for a drummer. I was looking for a singer. We both love playing. We both love rock music. We both wanted to do this for the long haul, and we found ourselves remarkably in like very similar position at the same point in time. And we were very lucky to kind of get to step into each other's bands for a year and play, you know, fulfill the Amorettes commitments that they had booked, and fulfill the Tequila Mockingbird commitments that they had booked. Kind of get to, you know, try out being in a band before actually deciding what we were going to do. And we did that for the whole of 2019.
Right.
And at the end of the year, we had to make a decision. What were we going to do? Were we going to carry on with both bands, get rid of one and keep one going, or just start something completely brand new and fresh? And I think this just felt like the right thing to do by the time we got to that point.
We were knackered, yeah.
And then sorry, carry on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it was great fun. It was such a good year. Just kind of try before you buy sort of thing, I think.
And then you started with a new band, and then like you said last year. So what was that?
Yeah.
So what's that been like?
Oh, sorry.
Obviously, you started with the new band going into a new year, and then it all life went a bit weird. So what was that like?
Yes. I think just completely frustrating. I mean, it's kind of given us a little bit of time to get our shit together, really. If you think about it in a positive way, you know, we sort of basically, we come straight deciding that we're going to do a brand new band, didn't have songs, you know, didn't have time. We just sort of announced it, and then so it's given us a little bit of sort of downtime to kind of get things ready and get our members ready, and you know, just discover who we want to be, what we want to sound like, our aesthetics, what we want to look like, sound like. You know, it was quite a blessing in disguise. I don't want to say that because we were obviously itching to get back out there, as anybody can understand, but we're just trying to think about it positively, I think.
I think we were very lucky that we were affected a lot less than most bands, because we wouldn't really have been playing any gigs last year anyway.
Yeah.
We were always going to take a year out for 2020 to get the new band ready. I guess the main difference is that we couldn't even really see each other. We saw each other a handful of times last year because we were all spread out all across the UK. It's not like we were a band that formed at school or met down the local pub. Like, we knew each other from the circuit. You know, Jill's up in Scotland, Lizzie's in Maidenhead, and Laurie's over in Essex.
Yeah.
So, you know, to try and coordinate a meeting in normal times is an effort anyway. But, you know, throw in a lockdown and different rules in Scotland versus the UK or the rest of the UK and stuff. So it was definitely trying to get together was harder, and, you know, actually write together, because especially it's the first time we've written together as this unit of humans. So, you know, you kind of have to find your stride with that as well, and not even be able to get in a room and jam together was obviously a little bit more of a challenging situation than it might have been. But in the grand scheme of things, we were going to take the year off anyway, to regroup. So we were quite lucky in terms of how it's played out for a lot of bands right now.
Have you actually, weirdly, I mean, have you actually met as this band?
Yeah, we've met several times since, like, whenever there were little breaks in lockdown, we did manage to.
Yeah.
And I think Jill nearly got stranded in England for Christmas because we did a live stream gig, which we were filming in December, and we were halfway through rehearsals one afternoon, about to film the actual show, and that's when Boris did his announcement that Christmas was cancelled. And it was genuinely looking like, you know, they were starting to change all the rules and don't travel between areas unless absolutely essential. So it looked like, you know, Jill was going to maybe spend Christmas down with us in the end, but luckily made it home. But yeah, we've all met and stuff and hung out as and when we possibly could do. And obviously we filmed a video and did the recording and everything together. But it's just not been like a weekly band practice like a lot of bands, you know, have. It's just a bit of a different setup.
Okay, I mean, apart from the live stream, then, I mean, you must be itching to play a gig together then.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been so long. If you kind of forget how to do it, it's not even. Yeah,
I'm going to be more nervous for this next gig we play than I've ever been for any gig ever, because I feel like I don't even know how to do it anymore.
No, out of shape, out of sync, just.
That's everybody.
It's almost been 2 years. Yeah. Everybody's the same.
Yeah, I went over the weekend, and some of the bands looked like they wanted to cry when they got on stage. It was that.
Really.
But like the really heavy bands, the really kind of hardcore bands, just looked like they wanted to cry. It was just like, wow, we're actually doing this. Bizarre.
Gig fitness is definitely a thing. Like,
yeah,
you know, when you first come back together for rehearsals, we are exhausted and aching all over. Like, after the first day, you feel like you're walking around like you've been in a car crash or something. You know, you can't turn your neck. And everyone's like, what's happened to you? And it's just like, band practice. A year of lockdown followed by band practice is what happened to me.
All these weird muscles that you don't use normally.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it's bizarre.
So, I mean, have you got anything lined up kind of in the immediate future? Because obviously restrictions are kind of hopefully going to be lifted in the next couple of weeks. Have you got anything immediate coming up?
Yes, we do. We're in
Wolverhampton
first, and then the Waterloo, Blackpool. So that's what, the 6th and 7th.
6th and 7th of August. Yeah.
6th and 7th of August. Hopefully squeezing another one in, as well. And we're at Stone Dead at the end of the month as well. We've got a nice little sort of party slot on the Friday party night for the the regulars, or and then we're off on tour with the Dust Coda in December. I need to get a calendar. My calendar's run out. It only goes up to July.
That's because nobody else has a physical calendar, Jill. Jill is yet to quite get on board with technology. She still has bits of paper, and she's still very much of the scrapbook mentality. and hence why her calendar runs out. So apparently we're not doing anything after the end of July because Jill doesn't have a calendar.
No, we've got to wait until the stationery shop opens again.
I'm confused as how your calendar can end in July. That's just, I've never seen that.
I know. I don't know. It must
Is
be
it your
an academic one.
college one? Yeah.
It's academic, so it's
Okay, so I mean,
it's
other than
bonkers.
the single, have we got any new material in the pipeline? Anything coming out? Can we expect anything?
You certainly can. We're working on stuff at the moment. Obviously, that's actually the only track we've fully recorded so far. But we've got plenty more kind of being brewed at the moment, and it's just a case of actually being able to get together and finish them, record them. And now that gigs are coming back, it's kind of like juggling that with rehearsals for shows and stuff. Because obviously, in normal times, we'd probably say, let's just knuckle down and finish the EP, finish the album before we get out and gig. But I think because everyone feels so starved and we're getting offered gigs, we physically can't say no to them. We're just like, you know, we've got to do any gig we get offered right now because it's just been so long. So slightly a bit topsy-turvy compared to how we'd normally do things, but
okay, I mean,
that's the times we live in.
Like you said, we've got the single out. Has it got an indication of what we can expect from new music then, kind of in terms of direction?
A bit bonkers, do you mean?
I didn't say that. Yeah, a bit bonkers.
Yeah, a bit bonkers. Well, we just want to have fun.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Jill?
Yeah, no, I think it's quite hard, obviously, doing what we did and obviously just launching something completely, you know, all I see in the public eye. We had like lots of people on looking on, and we're trying to create this sort of sound like out of our hat. But I think we will discover it as we go. I think that the first single was a good indication of what we aim to sound like. I think we all were very pleased with the result, and we've got lots of great feedback as well. So I think just light-hearted, good fun tunes is what we're kind of going for. We're just, you go through all these magazines, you look at all these bands, and they're just like, smile. God, no one like looks like they're having a good time, or like they're dressed in black, or I'm just sick of black t-shirts. I think we had this discussion, just like something different. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm bored of it.
I think it will, like the fact we started again. There's no point in starting again if we're just going to do the same stuff we were doing with the other bands anyway.
Yeah.
So you know, we went to the effort to start again. So we actually want to do something that's a bit different from what we've done in the past and something fun. Like there just doesn't seem to be much fun in music across the board. Even like pop music's got so much more serious than it ever used to be.
Yeah.
And you know, especially after having 15 months sitting around twiddling our thumbs, we just want to go and have some fun and share those fun times with other people. And I don't know, I think we're all kind of quite happy and comfortable in our own skin and doing that. You know, we're not kind of bothered about whether people we think we are idiots or whatever. It's just like we're having a good time. We're having a good time, and if you're having a good time too, then job done. You know, everyone's happy.
Absolutely, especially these days. But you've kind of answered my question. What does this band give you that your previous bands didn't? But you've kind of answered that, I suppose.
I felt it, multicolored sneezes. I spent about 3 days after we filmed the video literally sneezing fluorescent yellow powder paint. If you've seen the video, you'll understand. Yeah. Never had that before.
No, it's not. It's never good. Especially these days, you don't want to sneeze something that'd be a different colour. Then it's like,
Oh, I know. Oh God, yes. It's not very fashionable to sneeze in public anymore.
No, not. And then it'd be purple or green or orange or red or it's not a good sign, is it?
It could be any colour around here, I tell you.
I was going to ask them what's the live show going to be like, but I'm kind of expecting a lot of colour and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
we're in the midst of planning it at the moment, so we're talking stage pyros at the moment. I think we're getting a little bit too
That's what you've got.
No,
Ahead of ourselves.
more is more, Jill, always.
Yeah.
Glitter
That's always
cannons.
good.
Yeah.
What those coloured smoke plumes. We're gonna do a
Smoke
tie-dye
bombs.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. God.
Yeah,
We
colour.
It's gonna be
accidentally
Glastonbury in one show. Glastonbury
Yes.
every show.
Glastonbury in the pub.
Up our game. Come on.
Are you actually writing ideas down as we're doing this?
I am. I'm writing all this down.
in your jotter.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
jotter. Don't you make fun of my jotter.
No, I love your jotters. My favourite was when we were trying to brainstorm band names, and I said, "Can you send us through your ideas?" And you sent us about 50 pages of photos of your planner. And I don't
I'm
think
gonna
you'd
type them out.
What we're doing?
Yeah.
What
Analog.
do you have?
Oh, all the name. Oh, I don't have my jotter. I don't have my other
What
jotter.
were they? There was the Barracudas one? Barracuda?
The Barracudas. That was one of our favorites, but you didn't like that one, or somebody didn't like that one. I don't know. Can't remember.
I think it was
The
might be
Smithereens. That was a good one. Like that
what was
one.
What was the one you wanted that we were like, no, Jill? Fanny Annie and the something.
Oh,
Sweet Fanny Annie or something.
Sweet Fanny Alice. Sweet Fanny.
We were
Oh,
just
it's a
like,
sweet album. God, it's just totally escaped me. Sweet Fanny Adams. That was
that
it.
was it.
But yeah, some people don't like the word fanny.
What to say to that? I'd never. That'd be great.
That one got vetoed. But I think we all kind of landed. The hot damn was one we all kind of just landed on and being like, yeah, that could work. And the more we kind of lived with it and thought about it, the more we kind of grew attached to it.
Right.
And then, you know, it's all kind of taken on a life of its own. We didn't really think about it all too much. It just kind of all evolved into something, and then it turned tie-dye, and then
Grew
everything
arms
was
and legs and
tie-dye.
jumpers and
Yeah.
And there's a lot
Jumped into an enchanted pond and swam away, and we enjoyed it.
yeah.
Okay. Bake Off. I've, to be honest,
Bake Off.
found out about your internet shows. Can you tell me a bit more about them, or what they are? What
The internet bake? Oh, what our internet hijinks?
Yeah, I've just kind of read about that today.
Well, obviously we've been limited in terms of what we can do musically over the past year, but we've been wanting to kind of. There's a lot of work that's been going on in the background, and so whilst we couldn't get out and play for people, we thought we might as well show people what's happening in the background so they can see that we are still doing stuff and we are still kind of working towards the band. So we've been kind of trying to document everything we do. So, you know, from even making the merch, like we said, we ended up being tie-dye fanatics accidentally. But, you know, we document that to show people, like, we're literally spending our evenings and weekends and everything in between making the merch and then shooting the video. We did a behind the scenes kind of documentary there, or even we had like a writing weekend, doing a kind of a fly on the wall thing. So there's been that general clowning around. And then there's also been, we're about to do our second bake off. I think, Jill, you're doing this one, aren't you?
Maybe.
Yes.
I mean, I can't eat it. I am on a diet, but I'm not. I'll look at it maybe.
What's the plan?
It's healthy. We're making. It's well, we're doing.
What are we making?
We're making new wave of Rocky Road.
Oh.
We're part of this compilation album put together by the New Wave of Classic Rock Facebook group. So it's got like 42 bands from across the UK and beyond, of like basically emerging rock bands. Yeah. So our new track, Dance Around, is on that album. And to kind of raise awareness and get more people on board and get people ordering if they haven't ordered it yet, we are doing this bake-off with, I think, 3 or 4 other bands who are also on the album, and a professional chef. So this professional chef, Mr. Pie Man, he's a massive rock and roll lover. He has made this recipe specifically for this bake-off, which is, as it's for the new wave of classic rock album, he's made this thing called the New Wave of Rocky Road, which is basically Rocky Road with a load of Jack Daniels in it, from what I can tell. So we're going to be baking it online with the other bands and the chef, and like all the ingredients lists been published and everything online, and encouraging people to buy the ingredients and cook along with us. And that's on Saturday. So that, sorry?
I was going to say, are you expecting fans to start bringing you this on the road?
Well, do you know what? They do. They bring us cakes and stuff.
They do. They bring me
kitchen?
whiskey, so that's all right. You get cake, I get whiskey. We're all happy.
We get lemon drizzle cake. Jill gets like her own personal rider brought to her at gigs by various people. We get sweets and chocolate and cakes, and yeah,
It's amazing.
we love all of it.
It's fantastic.
That's what we've missed most about the road.
Yeah, pretty good.
Snacks.
Have there been any lockdown disasters, any kind of bad haircuts or any cookery or DIY disasters while you've been having your downtime that you want to admit to?
I have dyed my bath accidentally. I'll show you. I'll get you a picture up, because we've been tie dyeing all of the merch, you see, which is all well and good until you go and rinse out said merch. And I'll find you a photo of what happens when you rinse out the merch. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about this situation, because it's bordering on structural damage at this point. Let me find a picture. Here we go. That is the state of my bath right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah, not ideal. What about you, Jill?
Do you know, Josie, I haven't actually contributed. I don't want to tell you this, but I haven't contributed anything to the tie-dye effort. I haven't tie-dyed anything in my life.
Right. This is going to change.
I've not even touched it. I'd feel guilty. I don't really have any disasters, but I did try to dye my own hair, which was, do you remember that, Josie? It was horrendous.
No.
It was.
It was bad.
The blonde. You could see it during the videos that we did of recording process, and I'm like,
I thought you did that on purpose.
It's like this blonde. No, it was my own. Just not horrible. Just the back. It was just like, oh no,
no good.
So I'm off to the hairdresser next week.
Yeah,
I've just done.
What about your sauerkraut?
Oh yeah, nice, proper cut job. My sauerkraut. Oh yeah, that's my I'm a sauerkraut wizard now. That's my downtime.
Affecting sauerkraut.
Yeah. Grow my own vegetables and make my own sauerkraut. That's as rock and roll as I get.
What was your sauerkraut called? He had a name.
Well, it fluctuates between Dave and Keith depending on the batch. Just so I know which ones to eat and which ones to leave. So one's called Dave, one's called Keith. It's just for, I'm not crazy.
It's weird. I mean, a lot of bands I've interviewed have said, "Oh yeah, we've started gardening and growing vegetables and things." And one said, "Oh yeah, I've just started growing trees." That was her new thing. She said, "I don't know why. I didn't even think."
Trees or trees?
Trees, as in the plants.
Trees. Okay.
Trees.
Cool.
Oh.
Why not?
So I've just started planting trees, and yeah, that's what I've done in lockdown.
That's more wholesome than what I've done in my lockdown. Fair play.
So have you kept going then, other than the band and your new job?
Tie-dyeing and tie-dyeing. What else have I done? Oh, made cakes and eaten them.
What kind of cake?
And tie-dyed some more. I did make a tie-dye cake, not even joking. It got a bit ridiculous at one point. I made a tie-dye brownie.
Well, my partner made a rainbow cake, which is, I'm guessing, fairly similar, which was lovely.
Yeah. It's all the rage these days. Did they glow in the dark afterwards, is the question?
No, wasn't that.
No, not doing it right then.
No, we need to glow.
Needs more E numbers.
Okay, which interestingly leads me on to my next question. We do a just for fun, but that's kind of gone out the window, really. But if you, given your kind of different personalities, if you could create a hot damn ice cream flavor, what would you call it?
Oh, I don't know. Mine would involve a lot of swearing.
Mine would
And a lot
involve unicorn. That's my contribution, unicorn. Put that in a sentence, Jill.
Oh my gosh. Something bastard unicorn sparkle. I don't it need to be whiskey flavored.
Oh God.
And
with sprinkles on top though, and a flake and sauce.
Strawberry whiskey. But it would have to be lactose free because I don't do none of that cow shit.
Fun-free ice cream.
Oh no, there's still like sugar in it. Well, mine could be coconut.
Oh, can it be like tutti frutti?
Yes.
That was a good flavour back in the day.
Yeah.
Unicorn,
glitter.
tutti frutti, glitter, sparkles, unicorn, bastard, lactose intolerant,
Swearing ice cream.
dairy, non-dairy whip.
With pretzels.
Yeah, and peanut butter.
Damn right.
And
marshmallows.
And rum soaked raisins and those little fish they have in fish food. No, chocolate unicorns. Like you have Ben and Jerry's have a little fish in. We'll have little chocolate unicorns. And what else we can have? Maybe jelly babies, and caramel.
Jelly exclamation marks and
Yes.
little lightning bolts that you spoon.
Bubblegum lightning bolts.
Yeah. There we go. Only took 5 minutes to name.
That's perfect. We've survived then. Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. I'm looking forward, I haven't seen the video, I'm looking forward to catching you on tour, hopefully in Leeds, if you get around this way, or anywhere in York, anywhere.
Well, I'm sure we will be, yeah. I think the Dust Coder tour is taking us all over the place.
Perfect. I'll check the dates out and head down to one of the local shows because it'd be good to try out this ice cream, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Josie, you're up.
BYO spare pancreas.
Yeah, perfect. Just then, is the world ready for Hot Damn, for the Hot Damn? And if not, what is your message to any fans that are just discovering you guys?
Welcome to the party. Smile, damn it. Take off that black t-shirt. Get ready to
join the cult. It's a cult.
Join the cult.
The unicorn cult.
The bastard unicorn cult.
Yep.
That's
We'll
it.
blow your mind with e-numbers. Musical e-numbers.
Perfect. Brilliant. Well, thank you for your time. Yeah, and good luck with everything. I'm sure we'll catch up very soon.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, Graham.
Speak to you guys soon.